Good morning. How you doing today? Welcome back to Life in Between. Sorry, that was weird. But for a second, did you feel alone? That's what we're talking about today is loneliness. So pay attention because I hope today will be helpful and there's a recommendation in this video. All right, so let's start with the recommendation. I have stumbled across a show that my friend Daniel introduced me to, and I am pretty much hooked on it. It's called Alone. It's on the History Channel, and essentially what they do is there's 10 contestants in one season, I think, so far. They've had 7 partner teams where the partners have to find each other, but what they do is they drop these 10 people off in the middle of nowhere, whether it's Vancouver Island, Patagonia, Mongolia. They get a certain amount of clothes, and then they also get 10 items to take with them. They don't get a camera crew, they don't get a production team, they teach them how to film themselves, and then they do medical checks ever so often. But other than that, they are completely alone. And it's really fascinating from just an entertainment standpoint, but it's also a kind of a sociological experiment, if you will, because these people are spending so much time alone in the middle of the woods. And at first when they get there, they're all excited and they're pumped and they think it's going to go so great. And they look kind of normal. As the show goes on, it's not so normal anymore. They start to get a little strange because they spent so much time alone. In fact, one season I've watched, so I'm only on season 4. They're on season 6 right now on the History Channel. So far, someone's lived 87 days in the woods. And it's funny just to watch the progression of how they act. But loneliness has a way of doing things that we would not expect. It has an effect on us. In our culture, a lot of people are alone. And what makes it more difficult, I think, is oftentimes we're surrounded by so many people, but yet we still feel alone. You know, we're doing a series on We Are Family, on family. And that's the nice thing about families. You kind of have that built-in togetherness, but sometimes even in your own family, surrounded by people, you can feel alone. So really, in conclusion, try not to be alone because bad things happen. We weren't made to be alone. Be a part of a community. You know, I do like this online workout programming, and there's, I don't know, 15,000 people in this online community, but yet people are posting on Facebook throughout the day, and there's kind of that connection. There's pictures being posted. And online community can actually be really beneficial. It can be helpful. But I think geography matters. I think being in a physical presence with other people matters. I feel so blessed because I get to work with all my best friends, and I get to be around them all the time, and I get to be around my family all the time. And so you got to do something to where you are not alone. And hey, here's what I'm going to suggest. If you struggle with loneliness, especially if you're surrounded by people all the time and you're still struggling with loneliness, I just suggest maybe talking to somebody about that, like a professional counselor. Because sometimes there can be some things going on. They can help you figure that out. Because when we are alone, we kind of start to go a little crazy. We start to go stir crazy. So commit to not being alone. Find in your people, even if you're not a Christian. This is why one of the reasons why church is so beneficial is because you get to be with other people who are kind of doing the same thing you're doing, going the same direction you're going. So find some people and maybe watch the show on History Channel because it's pretty good. So, all right, have a great week, and we'll see you next video.